Happy Sunday to everyone. Another great article today. This video is made by My 420 Spot, and the article is found on Marijuana Movement news site. Missouri introduces a bill to allow medical marijuana use at hotels and Airbnbs. Hotels, Airbnbs and other lodging facilities in Missouri would be allowed to let medical marijuana patients consume cannabis on their properties under a recently filed bill. The legislation, titled the Reduction of Illegal Public Consumption by Allowing for Compassionate Access to Medical Marijuana Act, would require the State Department of Health and Senior Services to create a new medical marijuana lodging establishment license for the facilities. They would have to submit an application and a $50 fee to the agency in order to obtain the new approval. Once licensed, lodging facilities would have to follow certain rules, such as confirming that guests are registered medical cannabis patients, posting signage that says marijuana can be consumed on the property, and ensuring that consumption areas are at least 25 feet away from sections where it's prohibited. Places that knowingly permit cannabis to be used without a license would be subject to a $1,000 fine for a first offense, $2,000 for a second, $5,000 for a third, and the suspension of their business license for a fourth. Theoretically, if this bill is approved, it could promote tourism in the state, as it specifically allows hotels and other facilities to accept out-of-state medical cannabis certifications for guests. There's a similar policy on the books in Colorado, where a bill providing for social consumption site licenses was signed last year. In a new related study, researchers took a look at the prevalence of Airbnbs allowing marijuana consumptions in Denver and found that it's surprisingly common, much more so than for tobacco use. A substantial number of Airbnb listings in Denver, Colorado permit cannabis use, and venues permitting cannabis use may be more likely to also permit tobacco smoking, the abstract says. About 1 in 4 facilities included details about their marijuana policy in the listing, and 76% of those permitted cannabis use, while 31% let guests use tobacco. The focus of the study, published this month in the Journal of Psychoactive Drugs, was to analyze indoor clear air issues related to marijuana at Airbnbs. It concluded that the facilities should consider including cannabis use in house rules in jurisdictions that have legalized cannabis to help guests identify spaces with clean air. Missouri's marijuana laws might not be as progressive as Colorado's, but a Republican lawmaker did file a joint resolution last month that calls for adult use legalization to be placed before voters on the 2022 ballot. Thank you for watching this video by My 420 Spot. MarijuanaMoment.net is made possible with support from readers. If you rely on our cannabis advocacy journalism to stay informed, please consider a monthly Patreon pledge.